Dear students, welcome in the online classes of social science. Today we are going to discuss about our chapter number 9, and that is our economic system. The system of rupees or the system of any traveling agency is related to money or any market or any market yard, any policies, relation with the bank and all whatever is there we will be discussing that how is the working, that is the journey of rupees. So the figure show to you the basic relation with the rupees. So now you can see 1 rupees, it's actually coming from the bank. By that rupees the farmer is doing farming after collecting also crops or whatever they go to market yard to get some money and buy some sweets and all, and whatever he will saving giving to the bank. So the money is starting its journey from bank and its ending is bank. So now let's focus on the lesson. The first paragraph say the economic is divided for the economical things or the subjective purpose. Relation with the market is divided with the sectors. It can be also said that various things sectors people are associated with the very economical activity, and that's how economic activity are mainly divided into three sectors. So now we will discuss about the three sectors. Earlier in the lesson we have also discussed what are the sectors. You have already studied in standard 7th. There are basically three sectors: primary sectors, secondary sectors and service sectors. Now what is primary sectors? The sectors providing raw materials for food, commodities, and industrial manufactures good is known as primary sectors. Forest, mining, animals, husbandry, fisheries, etc., that provide raw materials for food and industries are included in प्राइमरी सेक्टर्स. प्राइमरी सेक्टर्स वो हैं जो हमें फ्री में नेचर के थ्रू मिले हैं, जैसे ग्रेन्स, फूड, फ्रूट्स, वेजिटेबल्स या मेडिसिन्स के जो प्लांट्स हैं वो, गम, ये सारी चीज़ें जो है, मिल्क है, मीट है, बोन्स हैं, लेदर्स हैं, जो एनिमल्स प्रोडक्ट हैं वो जो हमें नेचर के थ्रू मिले हैं वो. Thus, these activities are categorized as the primary sector. This was about primary sector. Further, it comes secondary sector. Now, what is secondary sector? Generally, it is known as manufacturing sector. Certain primary produce, such as obtained and produce before finish the product to be a use to us, can be coming from the primary sector, but it is actually meeting the necessary of secondary sector. Therefore we can say, example, manufacture of cotton, sugar, can making of bricks, soil, like all these examples are coming from the primary sector. But we can say small and large scale manufacturing industries, machineries, means of transportation, means of communication, and apart from that you can say means of electrical equipments, also consumes good chemical and diagnosed defined equipments, etc., are a part of the secondary sectors. That's why it is also known as the industrial sector. It means that whatever we are getting from farm, whatever we getting from the raw agent of nature, whatever we are getting is a product of nature, is processed inside the industries. It comes primary sector, and also minerals is related to primary sector, and we can say primary and secondary sector are incomplete without the service sector. Now we will discuss about service sector. Service sector is a link to connect primary sector and secondary sector. The primary sector and the secondary sector cannot function without this sector. The raw materials or finished products have to be transported to various manufacturing units or traders, for which various means of transportation and infrastructure means Adharbhut Sanrachna, railways, waterways, airways, electricities and other fuels of facilities etc. become essential to maintain the communication between manufacturing and trading units. Telecommunication, letters, internet etc. are essential to all. To instant to internet network of production and distribution, education, health, banking, and insurance facilities are required. In the modern times, ATM, call centers, software, companies, etc. have also become इम्पोर्टेंट सर्विस। आज के मॉडर्न टाइम में इंटरनेट, एटीएम, कॉल सेंटर, सॉफ्टवेयर की जो कंपनियां हैं वो बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट सर्विसेज हैं। The economic activities are classified also on the basis of ownership. So the first one come government ownership. The industries which are owned by the government and are run ordered under the policies of the government are the public sectors industries. For example, Bhilai Steel Plant, Bharat Heavy Electric Limited, BHEL, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation etc. इंडस्ट्रीज गवर्नमेंट के अंडर रन करती है उसे पब्लिक सेक्टर की इंडस्ट्रीज कहते हैं, जैसे भारत हेवी इलेक्ट्रिक लिमिटेड। Second comes as private ownership. The industries which are owned and run by the private owner are known as private sector. For example, Tata Iron and Steel Company, Reliance Industries Limited। जो कंपनी प्राइवेट के ओनरों के थ्रू रन करती है उसे प्राइवेट सेक्टर यूनिट कहते हैं, जैसे टाटा आयरन एंड स्टील कंपनी, रिलायंस कंपनी etc. So all these plants are working to their need. Apart from that, we can also see in the condition where they must justify and surrounded people, they must give employment to the general people, and that's how we can say it was tree. Trees are very helpful for our nation. Third one is joint sector. Generally, we find less dedication and commitment towards work in public sector unit. To control these and to generate sufficient amount of required capital, the private sector unit are asked to join the public sector unit. This is known as the joint sector. In this, the government enjoy, generate, control these also comes under joint sector to control the price. In this way, the government enjoy a great control over the market. It means what? Industries that owner and run by both the government and the private owner are known as joint sector. जॉइंट सेक्टर क्या होता है? जिसमें प्राइवेट ओनर और गवर्नमेंट दोनों मिलके जो वर्क करती है उसको जॉइंट सेक्टर कहा जाता है। ओके, नाउ मूविंग टूवर्ड्स फोर्थ सेक्टर, कोऑपरेटिव सेक्टर. There are many people in the country who are not economically very sound. They not in the condition to start their own small or cottage industries. Such people make a cooperative sector. और उन लोग जिनकी बहुत ज़्यादा कैपिटल कंडीशन अच्छी नहीं हो, वो खुद का कॉटेज इंडस्ट्रीज़ नहीं कर सकते हैं, वो कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी के ग्रुप के अंतर्गत वर्क करते हैं. सच पीपल मेक अ कोऑपरेटिव सेक्टर वेयर दे अंडरटेक द manufacturing and selling process. The unit that are started with cooperation of a group of a people are known as cooperative sector units. For example, dairy, sugar mill, etc. They must be having some kind of dairy industries near they are actually coming in the cooperative sector. Classification of economic activities into organized and unorganized sectors. So there's a table given below the so you can read by yourself and write your opinion in your notebook. यहाँ एक टेबल दिया हुआ है जिसमें आपको इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी को क्लासिफाइड करना है और आपको अपना खुद का ओपिनियन लिखना है. ओके, सो मूविंग ऑन द नेक्स्ट. British, any country cannot function properly without the help of government, and government needs to go with the liberal policy. Liberalization. What is liberalization? Liberalization is a policy given some kind of a freedom to the market retailers and the consumers. Government has brought certain changes in the economic policy. According to the policy of economic liberalization, certain regulations related to manufacturing, trade, and commerce were removed. Duties and tax reselections on import-export were announced. लिबरलाइजेशन का मीनिंग होता है उधारी, जो हम बैंक वगैरह से या किसी प्राइवेट संस्था से जो हम लोन वगैरह लेते हैं वो. Maintain peace with the developing world and make India as a developed nation is announced. The policy of liberalization was adopted in the year 1991. According to these policies, certain regulations related to manufacturing and trade and commerce were removed. It is shortly seen in the text removed. They were functionally getting help by the transport support, and that's how tax relation was import and export of the product was announced. This is not for all of the product. In some products we have to pay tax, and on some products you have don't to pay tax. The process of stabilizing a new manufacturing unit was made simpler. As a result, India has been able to keep peace with the world in terms of production and trade and commerce. It has also generated more employment opportunities. की पॉलिसी इंडिया में 1991 में अडॉप्ट किया गया, जिसमें जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के और ट्रेड के जो टैक्स थे उसको कम कर दिया गया और हमें कुछ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन की टैक्स लगाई गई, जिसका रिजल्ट क्या हुआ कि इंडिया में जो टर्म्स थे प्रोडक्शन की वे बढ़ गए. इससे लोगों को ज़्यादा एम्प्लॉयमेंट की अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलने लगी. After the independence, many public manufacturing projects honored by our government, and apart from that, we started the government of India to focus on the industrial area. With the passage of times and ventures made less profit, means our collaboration made less profit. Public ventures had to lose or close industries down for some reason. So this is affected our economical system. Workers we can be united and industries surfed by loose. Other side, the emphasis of qualities increase around the world. It means there was a demand of quality for the private sector also started making profit. It means government sector was only not the sector all the type of label and profit. So here private sector has to try its side to improve the quality and provide good quality things to the people, to the consumers. So that's how privatization developed. Government started showing including towards private sector. The joint sector is a part of the process of privatization. Topic is globalization. Any country's GDP or any country's wellness describe out how much our country is giving to the other nation and how much can be shown what is the per capita income and how is the country, is it poor country, developing country or a developed nation. Globalization means the world becoming one or countries coming closer to one another. Due to the globalization, any country of the world can trade with another country easily. It integrates the market and production unit of various countries. The process of growing international relation and the integration of market across the world is globalization. The unique revolution in the field of information technology had stimulated globalization. The World Trade Organization WTO, established in 1905 CE, is working towards promoting fostering globalization. Now, here we have to see the effect of the globalization. Employment opportunities have increased in the service sector due to the advances द इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी के थ्रू हमें एम्प्लॉयमेंट ज़्यादा इंक्रीज हो रही है सर्विस सेक्टर में. फ़ोन, टैक्स, मोबाइल, ईमेल, इंटरनेट, वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस एक्सेट्रा आर सम ऑफ द रिवोल्यूशनरी टूल्स ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी which transfer information faster and at low cost. This is made the economic development of our country faster. टेक्नोलॉजी जो डेवलप कर रहे हैं जिसे हमारा नेशन जो हो रहा है ज़्यादा क्या हो रहा है, फास्टर डेवलप हो रहा है. मल्टीनेशनल कंपनीज स्टार्टेड प्रोजेक्ट्स इन डिफरेंट कंट्रीज which have proved to be प्रॉफिटेबल फॉर द होस्ट नेशन. जो मल्टीपल नेशन की प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट हो रही है जिससे पूरे नेशन को क्या हो रहा है, प्रॉफिट हो रही. फॉर एग्जांपल, फोर्ड मोटर्स हैज़ अ कार मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्लांट इन इंडिया वेयर कार आर मैन्युफैक्चर्ड नॉट ओनली फॉर इंडिया बट फॉर अदर कंट्रीज टू. जो ये फोर्ड मोटर है जिसमें कार की मैन्युफैक्चरिंग होती है, उसमें सिर्फ कार इंडिया के लिए कार लॉन्च नहीं होती बल्कि पूरे वर्ल्ड के लिए होती है. इंडिया रिसीव द एडवांटेज ऑफ दिस वेन्यू. सिमिलरली द बिग कंपनीज ऑफ इंडिया सच एज टाटा मोटर्स, इफ्सियो, एशियन पेंट, Parley, etc. have export their commodities in the foreign market. इसी तरह से टाटा मोटर, इन्फोल्स, एशियन पेंट, पार्ले जी जैसे बहुत सारे कोमोडिटीज़ हैं जो हमारे डेली बेसिस की चीज़ें हैं वो बाहर के देशों में भी जाता है. Consumers get commodities of a very good quality and at a low price due to the competition. For example, China made toys have become very popular in the Indian market due to its low price and attractive design. India received the advantage of these venues. Similarly, the big companies of India such as Tata Motors, IFSO, Asian Paint, Parley, etc. have export their commodities in the foreign market. इसी तरह से टाटा मोटर, इन्फोल्स, एशियन पेंट, पार्ले जी जैसे बहुत सारे कोमोडिटीज़ हैं जो हमारे डेली बेसिस की चीज़ें हैं वो बाहर के देशों में भी जाता है. Consumers get commodities of a very good quality and at a low price due to the competition. For example, China made toys have become very popular in the Indian market due to its low price and attractive design. तो कम दाम में उनकी पसंद की चीज़ें मिल जाती है. जैसे हमारे देश इंडिया की मार्केट में चाइना के जो टॉयज़ हैं वो कम दामों में और अट्रैक्टिव डिज़ाइंस में मिल जाते हैं. ड्यू टू द इंटरनेशनल trade, the Chinese toys come in the Indian market and provide to be better than the Indian toys. However, the Indian toy manufacturers and trade have incurred loss. So globalization at time कॉजेज लूज टू द कॉटेज इंडस्ट्री। जैसे ही चाइनीज़ टॉयज़ इंडिया के मार्केट में आया, इंडिया की टॉय की जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की जो ट्रेडर्स थे उनको लॉस हुई।
India
और ये
received the
ग्लोबलाइजेशन जो
advantage of
कॉटेज
these venues.
इंडस्ट्रीज थे उनको
Similarly,
भी
the big
लॉस हुआ।
companies
ओके,
of India, such as Tata Motors, IFCO, Asian Paint, Parley, etc., have export their commodities in the foreign market. इसी तरह से टाटा मोटर, इन्फोल्स, एशियन पेंट, पार्ले जी जैसे बहुत सारे कोमोडिटीज़ हैं जो हमारे डेली बेसिस की चीज़ें हैं, वो बाहर के देशों में भी जाता है। Consumers get commodities of a very good quality and at a low price due to the competition. For example, China made toys has have become very popular in the Indian market due to its low price and attractive design. India received the advantage of these venues. Similarly, the big companies of India, such as Tata Motors, IFCO, Asian Paint, Parley, etc., have export their commodities in the foreign market. इसी तरह से टाटा मोटर, इन्फोल्स, एशियन पेंट, पार्ले जी जैसे बहुत सारे कोमोडिटीज़ हैं जो हमारे डेली बेसिस की चीज़ें हैं, वो बाहर के देशों में भी जाता है। Consumers get commodities of a very good quality and at a low price due to the competition. For example, China made toys has have become very popular in the Indian market due to its low price and attractive design. तो कम दाम में उनकी पसंद की चीज़ें मिल जाती है। जैसे हमारे देश इंडिया की मार्केट में चाइना के जो टॉयज़ हैं वो कम दामों में और अट्रैक्टिव डिज़ाइंस में मिल जाते हैं। ड्यू टू द इंटरनेशनल trade, the Chinese toys come in the Indian market and provide to be better than the Indian toys. However, the Indian toy manufacturers and trade have incurred loss. So globalization at time कॉजेज लूज टू द कॉटेज इंडस्ट्री। जैसे ही चाइनीज़ टॉयज़ इंडिया के मार्केट में आया, इंडिया की टॉय की जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की जो ट्रेडर्स थे उनको लॉस हुई। और ये ग्लोबलाइजेशन जो कॉटेज इंडस्ट्रीज थे उनको भी लॉस हुआ। दिस लेसन इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू। थैंक यू, टेक केयर, बाय बाय।